Are you really okay with making mistakes, or are you giving a little lip service to that? The truth is, we often find business owners that have a little bit of that perfectionist tendency going on. And to be clear, it's not all bad, right? Like the fact that you want to make things perfect, whatever that means, and beautiful and amazing and whatever, often means you're delivering a very high quality, high caliber product or service. And in many cases, it's why your clients have come to you, is because they know you will deliver. However, sometimes that tendency flares in the opposite direction, which means that we don't give ourselves a lot of permission and space to get things wrong. And that can be to your detriment as a business owner. It typically puts a real cap on your growth because you will not venture beyond this very rigid structure of what is perfect to you. So where I see this flare up with a lot of business owners is in their ability to grow and scale. And particularly when you talk about hiring people. You may say, like, I need to hire somebody and bring someone on board because I can't do any more work myself. And you bring them on and you expect perfection from them. And when they do not measure up to your expectation, even if you've never communicated it, if they don't measure up, instead of putting in the time and the work to help train them and grow them, you let them go. And it is an ever-evolving door of people coming through and not meeting your expectations. In part because you're not doing a really great job of communicating what your expectations are. Maybe two, your expectations are so exceptionally high that it's leaving no room for anyone to fall even remotely short. And that often is a self-reflection right back to you of how you perceive yourself. In some way not good enough and always trying to measure up to this thing. Now I want you to remember, perfection, there's no definition. My definition of perfect is going to look different than yours, and that's going to look different than your clients. And so we need to remember there's no one person who decides what perfect actually looks like. It's going to be different. And so oftentimes when you're trying to hold to something, you're often holding to something that's actually unnecessary. We want something to be good, to be great. But there's sometimes we're really splitting hairs about something that actually is not meaningful in the construct that we're working in. It might not be meaningful to the client or to the other people that are affected by it. So what I would encourage you to recognize is, are you allowing yourself to make mistakes? If you're not, then you're not going to really shadow that or show that to your team, in which case you can be creating an environment that, quite frankly, sucks for people to work in. They're never going to feel like they can measure up to your expectations, and you're not creating a space that's allowing people to make mistakes. And here's the thing. People are fallible. We all make mistakes, and you, even my perfectionist loving buddy, you also have made mistakes. You just are not forgiving yourself for them. Forgive yourself first. Forgive your team members for them, for the mistakes they've made and the mistakes that they will make. Practice a little bit of detachment from that, and just know that even if it's 70% of the way there, that's better than what you would have been able to do one person on your own trying to do all of the things. 70% is better than 0%. So, you got this. Dust it off a little and allow yourself. Make some mistakes. You're gonna. Especially if you've got big goals. Failure is going to teach you way, way more than all the things you got right. So let it happen. Practice some detachment. And when it happens, trust that you're going to figure it out and you're going to be A-okay, because you are.